What necessitates? Why is revision required? Number one, for simplification. If the process is very... Third, revision is required due to the intense feedback coming from stakeholders. Intense feedback coming from stakeholders. You may remember those who are associated with the IQAC. In the earlier system, there was a question: how many students are enrolled in your college from other states and other countries? How many students are enrolled from other states and other countries? Think of our colleges. So, many colleges, many universities gave the feedback to the NAAC. What is this foolish question? How do you expect students from other countries? So, due to feedback from the colleges, universities, that question was deleted. The same was the question: how many teachers from other states? In Maharashtra, the teachers are not ready to cross their district. How do you expect teachers from other states? And do you think only teachers from other states are efficient and teachers from the same state are inefficient? How do you decide it? That question also was deleted due to the feedback coming from stakeholders. So these are some of the reasons which necessitate revision in the process again and again. 4 or 5 times the NAAC process was revised. This is the recent revision. Next. Yes. The recent revision came into existence. It was declared in January 2022, and actually it is applied from yesterday, 1st of June 2022. Now, if any college wishes to file IIQA, that college, that university will have to adopt this revised system. The colleges filing IIQA before 1st of June 2022, they will be assessed as per the previous method, earlier method. Alright. So actually the revised process has been applied from yesterday. What are the notable major changes? The points which are clearly observed in the revised system. Number 1, reduction in the number of metrics from 95, 96 to 55. It is 93. 93 for UG colleges, 96 for PG colleges. That was the number of metric in the earlier system. Now the number of metrics have been reduced, only 55. This is the first change. How has this become possible? We shall see later on. Second, QNM, reduced from 60 to 34 quantitative metrics. They were 16 number. Now in the revised system only 34 quantitative metrics. 34. And qualitative metrics 36 to 21. That must be 21. 36 to 21. Qualitative metrics are just 21. 21 plus 34, 55. Total metrics. Reduction. Earlier, in the manual for affiliated colleges, there was different framework for PG colleges. For PG colleges, the number of metrics 96, and for UG colleges, the number of metrics 93. Different framework for UG and PG colleges was there in the earlier system. In the revised system, the same framework for PG and UG colleges. There is no distinction as such. This is the notable change. The same framework for affiliated colleges and constituent colleges. Next. Earlier. Facility of opting out is withdrawn. IITS members may remember well, in the earlier system, out of 1000 points, you could opt out the matrix up to 50 points. If you opted out for 50 points, your assessment was done on the basis of 950 only. Now that facility is withdrawn. Why? I will explain the reason later on. But it is withdrawn. And lastly, profile of the institution supplemented by preparedness for new education policy. New education policy which came into existence in the year 2020. If you remember the structure of self-study report, the first part of the self-study report is executive summary. Executive summary. The second part, profile of the institution. The third part, extended profile. And the fourth part, quality indicator framework. Responses to 96 metrics. In this way, earlier there were 4 parts of the self-study report. Executive summary, profile of the college, extended profile, and quality indicator framework. Now, the profile of the institution is supplemented by one more point. That point is preparedness for new education policy. Whether the college is preparing for greeting the changes suggested by the new education policy. What is that preparedness? The new education policy has suggested so many things. The most significant of them is no affiliation system in future. No affiliation system. All colleges must become autonomous. This is not going to happen in a year or two, but till the year 1935, all colleges will become autonomous on the basis of accreditation. Number 2, multidisciplinary education. Single faculty colleges will not survive. They will have to open some more faculties, many more courses. That is called multidisciplinary education. Number 3, promotion to Indian languages and Indian knowledge system. Promote Indian languages. Give students education through their mother tongue, whatever faculty it may be. So, in coming years, even science education, medical education, engineering education will be imparted through mother tongue. Try to compile textbooks, form scholars groups. Medium of instruction should be Indian language. And average student should know at least 2 Indian languages. 2 Indian languages. One his mother tongue and one more language of any state. It may be Hindi, it may be Kannada, it may be Tamil, Bengali, whatever it may be. This is called multilingualism. Multilingualism, promotion to Indian languages and Indian knowledge system. All right. So whether our college is prepared, then outcome based education in the new education policy, outcome based education, then credit system at the national level, one academic bank of credit, ABC it is called. Academic bank of credit is going to be established. Each and every college has to register its name with the bank. That bank will maintain the record of credits of each and every student in the country. Each and every student. So, how is college prepared for the provisions in the new education policy? That will have to be described by each and every college in the revised system. Executive summary in 5,000 words. Profile of the institution runs into 6-7 pages. This preparedness of new education policy, that has to be described in 500 words in the revised system. All right. So these are the notable changes in the revised accreditation system. Next. Earlier we saw for PG colleges there were 96 metrics. Now there are only 55, which clearly means that some metrics have been deleted. Some metrics have gone. which are those metrics that have been deleted and what were their weightage. It is given here. In criterion number 1, there was a question: how many teachers of the college are the members of the board of studies, members of academic council, or members of the paper setting panel, examinership, etc. You know, only 6 teachers can get elected for the board of studies. There are hundreds and hundreds of colleges. Only 6 teachers get elected. So that was inconvenient question. That goes. That has been deleted. Second, percentage of courses offering projects and field work. How many courses are run in the college which offer projects and field work to students? That has been removed. It was for 10 points. One more important deletion is catering to students' diversity. Catering to students' diversity. That was for 30 points. If you remember well, after admissions, does the college assess the learning levels of students, and does the college run special programs for advanced learners and slow learners? That was the metric for 30 points. That has been deleted. Average experience of teachers. Average experience of teachers in the same institution. Average teaching experience of teachers in the same institution. In fact, it was a foolish question. Foolish. Last fortnight, when I was talking in Rayat Shikshan Sanstha Satara, the same point was raised by the teachers. If some experienced teacher joins your institution, his previous experience is not counted. Experience in the same institution. What is that? That question has been deleted. Research grants received and research projects undertaken. Research grants received and research projects undertaken by the teachers. Your principal said this question was quite inconvenient for non-grant colleges. It is true. Even this question has become inconvenient for the colleges on grant basis also. Colleges on grant basis. This is the year 2022. The 12th plan of the UGC ended in 2018. 2018. Even the University Grants Commission stopped grants, stopped giving research projects. And the NAAC asked a question, how many research projects taken? So, this is deleted. Research grants and projects undertaken for 10 points. scholarships to students from the institution. Students get GOI, students get EBC concession, one from the government of India, the other from the state government. In addition to these, how many scholarships, how many freeships are given by the college? That was a question. That question has been deleted. It was just for 5 points. Student progression to higher studies. Student progression to higher studies. This question has a bearing upon the college results. The results of the outgoing students. Suppose the result of your college is 90%. Means 90 students passed out. Final year exam, 90 students passed out. Upon this result, 3 different questions are asked. How many students joined higher studies? From BSc to MSc. This is called progression to higher studies. If you say out of 90 students passed, 60 students joined higher studies, which institution they have joined? What is their registration number there at that institute? When I came to your college, the same point I discussed with Dr. Vishnu Patil. He said, NAAC has sent us a query. The query is about the registration numbers of the students joining higher studies. Devgiri College, from Devgiri College, nearly 2,000 students joined higher studies. 2,000 students. The record of 2,000 students. Which students joined which institute? What is his roll number there? Very tedious. And that's why he didn't come. Otherwise he was going to accompany us. Now that question has been removed. Progression to higher studies. It was for 15 points. Progression to higher studies. I think, yes, 10 points. 15 points. There is one more point. Student representation on college committees, bodies. Student representation. Many times we talked about it. I talked before you. There are students on the College Development Council as per the Maharashtra Public University Act. The President and the Secretary of the Students' Council, they are the ex officio members. Most preferably, there must be a student representative in the IQAC. And then there are so many committees in the college. There should be student representation. Let them participate. But that metric has been deleted. Next, donations from the former students. Donations from the alumni in the last 5 years. If you receive donations above 5 lakhs, you get 4 points. Donations in the range of 3 to 5 lakhs, 3 points. 2 to 3 lakhs, 2 points. Something like that. In fact, this concept of donations from the former students comes from foreign countries, and it comes from IITs, IIMs in India. IITs. IITS. They give liberal donations to their mother institute. Even IIMs, Institutes of Management. In Hyderabad, I visited that institution. ISB, Indian School of Business. It runs only MBA course, MBA. Indian School of Business, Hyderabad. The functionary of that school explained to us, we keep record of the students who are enrolled. Many students leave their present employment and join MBA here. They complete MBA from our institute and go back. We have kept the record. What salary did they get before doing MBA in our institute? And after doing MBA, what salary they get? Definitely there is the difference of 2 to 5 lakhs. Their salary is raised because they did MBA from our institute. Their salary is raised either by their present employers or they seek employment somewhere else. They get higher salary. What do they think? The students. This institute has shaped my career. I am getting 3 lakhs more salary. The credit goes to the institute. So out of 3 lakhs, I must give something back to my institution. They give donations. The concept of MBA institutes or IITs. The same is the case regarding foreign universities. Foreign universities are not funded by the state. They are not funded by the state. They are funded by former students. They are funded by teachers. Teachers' research projects. Teachers' consultancy services. Handsome amount the college receives through these services. Alright, but for the colleges of general education, arts, science, commerce colleges, students do not give donations. And that question has been deleted. Professional training programs organized by the college. Professional training programs. This metric pertains to criterion number 1 and criterion number 6, governance leadership. It is the duty of the management, it is the duty of the college to give training to the teachers. every year college must organize training programs for teachers as well as administrative staff. That metric has been deleted. Next, donations received from non-government agencies. Donations received from non-government agencies. I wish to throw light on college economy. College economy. What are the income sources for a college, general college? Grants from the state government, grants from the UGC, occasional grants from certain central agencies, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, ICSSR, etc. Central agencies. These are the major income sources for the general college. But in the earlier system there was a question. Apart from these government agencies, how many donations did the college receive from non-government agencies, donors? Normally, no donors give any donations to general education colleges. That question also has been deleted. And the last one, programs with CECS elective system. How many programs are there in the college with choice-based credit system and elective course system? Now the UGC has made it mandatory, compulsory for all the courses. It may be PG courses, it may be UG courses. CBCS compulsory. So that question has been deleted. So these 12 metrics have been deleted. Next, metrics with reduced weightage. Weightage of some metrics has been reduced. Number 1, teaching learning process. Earlier its weightage was 50, now it is only 40. Yesterday we saw. Teaching learning process, only 40 points. Teacher profile. Earlier the weightage was 60, now it is 40, brought down to 40. Teacher profile and quality. 3, extension services. Earlier weightage was 60, now it has been brought down to 40. Metrics with reduced weightage. Next one please. Number 4, yes. Weightage of some metrics has been increased. Increase in weightage. There are 8 such points. Number 1, number of students engaged in projects field work. Earlier the weightage was 10, now the weightage is 20. Remember, in the earlier slide, I talked about one metric which has been deleted. How many courses offer project work, field work? its weightage has been assigned to this metric. How many students are engaged in project work, field work? The percentage of students has to be given. Weightage raised from 10 to 20. Student teacher ratio. Earlier the weightage was 20, now it is 40. Yesterday we have seen student teacher ratio. Not only NAAC, but almost all the regulatory agencies, they are giving great emphasis to this point, student teacher ratio. Why? I explained yesterday. Proper mentoring, giving personal attention, understanding students' personal problems, resolving them, manageable workload for the teacher, etc. So student teacher ratio 20 to 40. Student performance and learning outcomes. Earlier the weightage was 60. It has been raised to 90. Students' performance and learning outcomes. This weightage 90 is distributed. Passing percentage. How many students passed in the final year examination in the last 5 years? Their average. 45 points for passing results. And the remaining 45 points for attaining learning outcomes, the area discussed thoroughly by Dr. Ambar, isn't it? 45. Student performance and learning outcomes. Then research award and publications. Research awards and publications. The weightage raised from 15 to 25. Remember, the deleted metric. How many research grants received? How many research projects undertaken? Deleted. Isn't it? And now that weightage of the deleted metric comes here. It is a good thing that publications, publishing research articles, publishing books, even NAAC is not insisting upon receiving awards for research. That has been sidelined. NAAC concentrates upon research publications only. 25 points for that. Redressal system 5 to 10. Redressal system. Students have problems, students have complaints, teachers have complaints. Those complaints must be resolved in time. The complaints must be resolved in time. In the morning, I discussed this point with Dr. Ambar. He said, we have laid down a system. Class test. After conducting class test, in how much time the result will be out? The time limit is fixed. We are never late in declaring results. An online result is made available to the students. and grievances we receive. For grievance redressal, just one day is enough. We resolve the students' grievances. The same is the case with teachers. Teachers may have some grievances. In criterion 6, there is a metric. How many teachers in the last 5 years received assistance from the college for attending seminars, conferences outside, for paying the registration fees of the seminars, conferences, for TADA expenses? How many teachers? All that. The principal allows a teacher, go attend the seminar, conference, college will take care of your expenses. On paper, principal has accepted to extend financial assistance. The teacher goes, presents a paper in the conference, comes back, and he submits the bills to the account unit. First, he spends from his own pocket. After coming back, he submits the bill to the account section. For days together, for weeks together, his bill remains unpaid. Teachers' bills remain unpaid. A teacher is due for increment. Increment is not given in time. An assistant professor through career advancement becomes associate professor. Associate professor from the date of the review of the committee. From that particular date, which is quite earlier, he submits the bill for arrears. Arrears are unpaid. Means poor financial transactions in the college. That creates complaints. There are grievances of teachers. Bills are not paid in time. Such grievances of teachers should be resolved in time. If the grievance remains in the mind of the teacher, he cannot concentrate upon teaching in the classroom. My bill is unpaid, isn't it? And for getting money, people are very sensitive, isn't it? People are very sensitive. So, teachers' grievances, students' grievances, they should be settled in time. Weightage has been raised. Redressal system, no, earlier. Placement activities. Weightage raised from 10 to 20. This is a good point for your college. Placement 10 to 20. And the last one, outgoing students qualifying in national, international examinations, UPSC, MPSC, GATE, CAT, etc. The weightage has been raised from 5 to 10. Next, from 96, metrics have been reduced to 55 only. Why? How? Some metrics have been combined. 2 or more metrics are combined. They have become one. See how? Feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanism. In the earlier system, there were 2 independent metrics of 10 points each. Feedback mechanism. The first metric was whether the college collects feedback from teachers, students, alumni and employers. It was for 10 points. The second metric was whether the college collects feedback, analyzes it, whether the report is placed before the competent committee, whether any action is taken on feedback, and what are the improvements sought. That was the second metric for 10 points. Now these two have been combined. One metric for 20 points. So one metric has become less because of combination. Alumni contribution, another example of combining metrics. There were 2 independent metrics for the contribution of alumni. One was quantitative. How many donations received from former students? More than 5 lakhs, 3 to 5 lakhs, etc. For 5 points. Another question was qualitative. How former students have contributed to the development of the college through other means, non-financial. Former students may be giving some services to the college. There are some colleges in which former students run the classes for competitive examinations. They are run by former students only. That is good contribution. So these two, financial contribution and non-financial contribution, they have been combined. Only one metric. How former students have contributed financially and non-financially to the development of the college. That is qualitative metric now. Linkages, collaborations, MOUs. For linkages and collaborations, separate metric was there. And for MOUs, functional MOUs, separate metric was there. They have been combined. Especially in criterion number 7, so many independent metrics for 4 points, 5 points were there. Environmental consciousness, energy, water conservation, waste management, green campus, and disabled friendly environment. All these have been combined now. It has become only one metric. Only one. So the number of metrics has been reduced. Next. Last point now, the concluding comments. Concluding comments. As compared to the earlier one, the framework has become simpler. Framework has become simpler. Number two, more important, inconvenient metrics for the colleges have been deleted. Inconvenient metrics. Which are they? I have already pointed out. Inconvenient metrics have been deleted. Some inconvenient metrics merged with others. Just now we have discussed. Donations received from former students. It was inconvenient for our colleges. Now it is there, but it has been merged with the other metric. Even non-financial contribution. Merging. If the non-financial contribution is quite solid, concrete, you may get points. You may not receive any donations. It doesn't matter. So, some inconvenient metrics have been merged with others. With the reduction in QLM, qualitative metrics, from 36 to 21, descriptive part of the self-study report has been reduced. You remember, especially the members of the IQAC, mostly qualitative metrics expected the response in 500 words. 500 words. Qualitative metrics 36. So you had to answer those 36 questions in 500 words each. Now the number of qualitative metrics has been reduced. Only 21. That much descriptive part has automatically been reduced. Any new metrics have not been added. Any new metrics have not been added. That is a great relief for us. Great relief. Actually, we feared metrics relevant to the new education policy may be added. Multilingualism, multidisciplinary education, promotion to Indian languages, credit banks, etc. But metrics concerning these have not yet been added. That is a great relief. And the last, overall the revised accreditation system is quite welcome for the colleges. All right. So here I close down the discussion on revised accreditation system. Any questions, any queries? Yes.
Our P-team visit for the second cycle, that scheduled on 30th and 31st of August. Our result declared in the month of September. And now we have to prepare AQAR. This recent revision in the manual.
Most probably because the manual for self-study report has been changed. Most probably they will change AQAR also.
AQAR.
Yes, most probably. So wait. Anything else?
By the end of December, we have to submit AQAR.
Yes.
So, format should be used for
And you may write down to the help desk whether this format is, since the manual has been revised, let us know whether AQAR format is going to change or remain the same. They will answer. So yesterday and today you watched the presentations and gave quite good response. I thank you. I thank your principal for giving me an opportunity to appear before you twice, yesterday and today. I thank the president of your college. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I request our principal, Dr. Redressal, please felicitate sir by offering short, simple, memento, and bouquet.
Sir,
I request Honorable Deshmukh, sir, our principal, felicitating our special resource person and speaker of today national seminar. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving us your valuable time. Thank you. So, we have now lunch break.